Have you ever seriously wondered what's going on inside your body when you miss a meal? I mean, not just for one night, but for 2 full weeks. Okay, let's dive into this pretty fascinating biological journey and find out what actually happens. It all starts with a single choice, right? You decide to skip dinner. You might tell yourself, hey, it's no big deal, maybe it's even a healthy thing to do. But from that very first missed meal, your body sends out this kind of silent alert, kicking off a massive chain reaction through your entire system. I mean, think about it. Your body, which has been running on this predictable schedule for years, suddenly has to recalculate, well, everything. So, what is the real story that's unfolding inside you? Let's break it down, day by day. So, those first couple of days are a period of really rapid adjustment. This is where your modern habits clash head-on with some ancient survival instincts. On one side, you have your conscious decision. But on the other, you have millennia of evolutionary programming that is basically screaming, find food, every time you feel a pang of hunger. So you're not just fighting a craving, you're literally wrestling with your own survival code. What's so cool here is just how quickly your body adapts. By midnight, insulin levels are dropping, and your liver is already tapping into its emergency fuel reserve, which is called glycogen. Then, by 4 a.m., your metabolism has completely flipped a switch. It's not storing energy from food anymore, it's actively releasing your stored energy. This is your body getting smarter in real time. Okay, so after that initial shock, your body doesn't panic. Instead, it unlocks this kind of superpower it's had all along, and it shifts to a cleaner, more efficient fuel source. And that superpower is a state called ketosis. With your sugar stores running low, your body starts breaking down fat for fuel, and this produces these incredibly efficient energy molecules called ketones. Now, you might feel a bit sluggish at first, that's the infamous keto flu, but it's really just the transition to a whole new level of clean energy. And this is where things get really interesting for your mind. Ketones, you see, provide a much more stable energy source for your brain than sugar does. Think of your normal brain function on glucose as something like this. And this illustrates that change perfectly. Instead of the energy spikes and crashes you get from sugar, ketones provide a steady, consistent power source. This shift is exactly why so many people report this feeling of sharp mental clarity and focus. The brain fog just lifts because your brain is now running on premium fuel. But it's not just about fuel. Your body also kicks off this deep cleaning process called autophagy. You can think of it as your cell's internal recycling program, where they get rid of old, damaged parts to make way for new, healthy components. And if you think this sounds like science fiction, it's really not. The research into autophagy, which is a cornerstone of longevity science, was so significant it actually won the Nobel Prize in 2016. This is one of the most profound healing mechanisms your body has. And the benefits are just astounding. By clearing out all that cellular junk, autophagy helps reduce inflammation and is now at the forefront of research into preventing chronic disease and promoting a longer, healthier life. You are literally rebuilding yourself from the inside out. So what happens once this adaptation is complete? Well, your body doesn't just stay in this state. It begins to settle into a new, incredibly efficient rhythm. Your gut, which is kind of the hidden command center of your health, gets a much-needed vacation. This break from constant digestion allows its lining to heal, its good bacteria to thrive, and inflammation just plummets. And the result? Often, it's less bloating and this profound sense of inner calm. This chart just shows the beautiful harmony that starts taking place. Your hunger hormone, ghrelin, it finally stabilizes, so the constant cravings just disappear. Insulin stays low and steady, which prevents those awful energy crashes. And maybe most importantly, your mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses in your cells, they actually start to multiply. Your body is literally building more energy factories. As you get into the final days of this 2-week journey, the changes become even more profound. They reach the very core of your cellular and your cognitive function. This is when that steady mental flame we talked about becomes a brilliant spotlight. This sustained state of ketosis boosts the production of a protein called BDNF. The easiest way to think of it is like fertilizer for your brain cells. It encourages the growth of new neurons and strengthens the ones you already have, leading to peak mental performance. But, and this is a really critical point, this process isn't just about not eating. It's also about what you do when you are eating.
To support this deep renewal, you have to make sure your meals are packed with nutrients, especially things like protein and electrolytes, think sodium, and hydration is absolutely key.
So, after 14 days, what has this entire journey really been about? It's not just some temporary change. It's a fundamental reset of your body's entire operating system. This table gives us a fantastic overview. You move from battling those psychological cravings to adapting to a new fuel source. Then you hit that period of deep hormonal and gut resetting, and it all culminates in peak clarity, all while you're learning the importance of nutritional balance. But ultimately, the most powerful takeaway isn't the weight you might lose or the clarity you feel. It's the renewed trust you have in your own body. You've witnessed its incredible adaptability, and you've learned that hunger isn't an emergency, but simply a signal, and it's one you now understand. And this is the final crucial insight. We so often think of nourishment only as what we put into our bodies. But these 14 days reveal that profound nourishment also comes from what we don't do, from giving our bodies the time and the space to just rest, repair, and reset. And that leaves us with one final thought. After witnessing how incredibly your body can recalibrate and heal itself, the real question becomes, what does true balance actually feel like to you?